we're going to talk about how you can go viral on LinkedIn. This guy got 26 million impressions. We just talked about how views are not the most important thing, but we're going to talk about how you can go viral, okay? Here's the 5-step framework to consistently going viral on LinkedIn. So I'm just going to share a couple of things.
No, share all 5.
Yeah, I'm going to share all 5. I'm going to go with the one that's most interesting to me first. So some topics do much better than others on LinkedIn. What do you think they are on LinkedIn?
Motivational, business, aha moments, like someone learning something.
Close. So these are the topics that do the best on LinkedIn. So talking about LinkedIn itself, okay, culture, HR, leadership, remote work, because you have a broader audience TAM for that, total addressable market, right? So it says why? Because they apply to the broadest of audiences. Anyone at any company in any industry can chime in on any post about remote work. He shifted his strategy to include a lot more workplace content, which gets 5 to 10x the exposure versus marketing and business content. Now, this is where I'm like, you can go for the views. We just talked about it, but I'd rather go for marketing and business and go for a more targeted TAM because that's going to drive more dollars at the end of the day, right?
Yep.
Number 2, I would say here, post 5 to 7 times a week. He believes you need to post often for the algo to give you some love. And that's true, right? If you're not posting enough, we've talked about this before, all these algorithms, they need to see if you're a reliable employee. If you're not a reliable employee, you're posting like once or twice a week or whatever, why should they give you the reach? The reach is golden. They should give it to somebody else. And the other piece that's interesting here, I don't have the energy to do this. I don't think you do either. But if you're starting out, maybe engage plus comment on 10 to 30 posts per day. So you're gonna post, and then once people start commenting, you immediately respond to those comments. But then you also have to go respond to other people's posts, 10 to 30 of them. So you're writing 10 to 30 comments a day in addition, right? Which makes sense. You're trying to engage, people might give you the love back, whatever. And then I would say the 4th thing over here, he spent 10 years trying to sell things on the internet. Once he learned how to write persuasively, he went from 25K followers to 185K followers in just 11 months or so. So he's grown a lot. Copywriting is a great skill. Are there any good copywriting books out there? The Boron Letters, that's a great copywriting book. Go check it out.
Ogilvy has amazing copywriting book. I forgot what it was called.
Ogilvy on advertising?
Yeah.
I have a couple of his books. I'm reading one called
I don't know
Ogilvy
which one it
right
was. There's a few of them, but Frank Kern told me about it so many years ago.
Ogilvy is a book, just the name Ogilvy, and it has a lot of his memos in there. That one's interesting. So, and the final piece he has here is ignore nuance and bait comments, which I think you would just ignore naturally. But I think my biggest takeaway from this one is you can go for a larger audience TAM and just engaging. So that's what it is. That's how you can go viral.
I do agree. I agree with all of them, but the thing I've learned over the years is responding to comments and engaging helps so much. I used to respond to every single one of my blog comments. It would take me so long.
You were old school with that. You were doing that since like 25 years old, probably a little sooner than that. You always had someone, if not you, helping.
At the beginning days, for many, many years, it was always me. Then eventually I hired someone because it was too many. Like responding to like 400 or 500 comments a day is a lot of work.
My thing on you always was like, dude, he doesn't enjoy responding to comments, but he's doing it for the algorithm.
Well, back then it was the blog. There was no algorithm.
The blog made sense.
But I was just responding because people took the time to leave a comment.
You got a lot of comments on the blog.
I used to get a lot of comments.
Yeah.
Now I get 0 comments.
Really?
Oh, I disabled comments.
Smart guy.
Okay, and then the second thing that I've learned over the years with social is it's not about writing persuasive copy. I like writing like how I would talk in a very conversational way. It's just natural. People can relate. They love conversations versus reading something that makes them feel like you're selling to them or you're talking at them. So that's something to keep in mind. And
actually, can we hold on that one for a second? That's a big one because a lot of people think you should write a certain way or you should do this a certain way. It's not even you should do that. Like you should run your business a certain way. It's like whatever works for you.
Yeah.
And like I talk faster than Neil, for example. That's what works for me. Neil likes doing things certain ways in his business. I do things certain way in mine. Like it's whatever works for you. And you learn that later in your life and you don't need to cater to any one style, right? Because you start to become unnatural if you start to try to copy people.
That's right. So if you start writing like the way you talk, it'll be very natural for you. If you're naturally salesy, you'll integrate that. If you're naturally persuasive, you'll integrate that, and so forth, so on. I think that's great because then people will look at your content as much more authentic. And the third thing I would say is, yes, you need to post ideally once a day, but if you're posting crap that's getting no engagement, it does hurt you in the future. So you want to make sure the stuff you are posting is quality, and that helps you even more in the future versus just posting tons and tons of junk. Because it takes time to recover. If the algorithm's like everything Neil posts or Eric posts or John posts or Susie posts is just junk, it really hurts in the future.
Have you ever wanted to target a bunch of accounts on LinkedIn at once and personalize them. Well, previously you couldn't do this. Let's say you wanted to target 500 enterprise companies and you wanted to hyper personalize those ads. You can do that now. And LinkedIn has confirmed with us that nobody else can do this right now. Only we can do it. The product is called 𝗙𝗓𝗢. That's K-A-R-R-O-T. And it's 𝗙𝗓𝗢 account-based marketing. So if you go to 𝗙𝗓𝗢.ai, you can go learn more about it, and we'll see you on the other side. It's funny. I got the most backhanded compliment on my YouTube channel today. So this is the video with Seth Godin, which is doing well, right? And he's like, dude, I'm so proud of you, Eric. They say success is a game of attrition. I've been a subscriber for years and seen your videos barely get any views year after year after year after year. The fact that you never quit, that are finally seeing success, is inspirational AF. I'm like, that's good. I saved it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. But that's another lesson, actually. Sometimes you just keep going. If there's any one thing any one trait I have, it's
you're relentless.
Yeah, and you got to be relentless, right? You're the same thing for you too.
Yeah, we both are, to a fault.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh, in certain situations, yes. Yes. All right. That is it for today, guys. Please don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. Go to marketingschool.io/agency. And guess what? Neil and I, we're doing a private session with the group tomorrow. marketingschool.io/agency. And we'll see you tomorrow.